ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुंडरीक व्यासाम्बरीश शुक सौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान् रुक्माङ्गदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् एतानहं परमभागवतान् नमामि। एतानहं परमभागवतान् नमामि। Together we will chant mantras. अथातो भक्तिं व्याख्यास्यामः सात्वस्मिन् परमप्रेमरूपा अमृतस्वरूपा च यल्लब्ध्वा पुमान् सिद्धो भवति अमृतो भवति तृप्तो भवति यत्प्राप्य न किञ्चित् वाञ्छति न शोचति न द्वेष्टि न रमते नोत्साही भवति यज्ञात्वा मत्तो भवति स्तब्धो भवति आत्मारामो भवति सा न कामयमाना निरोधरूपत्वात् निरोधस्तु लोकवेदव्यापारन्यासः तस्मिन्ननन्यता तद्विरोधिषु उदासीनता च अन्याश्रयाणां त्यागः अनन्यता लोकवेदेषु तदनुकूलाचरणं तद्विरोधिषु उदासीनता भवतु निश्चयदार्ढ्याद् ऊर्ध्वं शास्त्ररक्षणम् अन्यथा पातित्यशङ्ख्यया लोकोऽपि तावदेव भोजनादिव्यापारस्तु आशरीरधारणावधि तल्लक्षणानि वाच्यन्ते नानामतभेदात् पूजादिषु अनुरागः इति पाराशर्यः कथादिष्विति गर्गः आत्मरति अविरोधेन इति शाण्डिल्यः नारदस्तु तदर्पित अखिलाचारत तद्विस्मरणे परमव्याकुलतेति अस्त्येवमेवं यथा व्रजगोपिकानां तत्रापि न माहात्म्यज्ञानविस्मृति अपवादः तद्विहीनं जाराणामिव नास्त्येव तत्सुखसुखित्वं सा तु कर्मज्ञानयोगयोभ्यः अपि अधिकतरा फलरूपत्वात् ईश्वरस्य अपि अभिमानद्वेषित्वात् दैन्यप्रियत्वाच्च तस्याः ज्ञानमेव साधनम् इति एके अन्योन्याश्रयत्वम् इति अन्ये स्वयं फलरूपतेति ब्रह्मकुमारः राजगृहभोजनादिषु तथैव दृष्टत्वात्। पढ़ते जाओ आखिर तक पढ़ते जाओ। राजगृह भोजनादिषु तथैव दृष्टत्वात्। Yesterday till that only we have completed. आगे मत बढ़ाओ। I feel jealous. अब आगे बढ़ते जाओगे तो फिर नौकरी चली जाएगी मेरी। So Gurudev used to say, your ignorance is my employment. So Gurudev used to say, good that you forget Gita, I get chance to teach same thing again and again. Suppose we remember everything, हमारी नौकरी चली जाएगी। तो इसीलिए we pray to God that you should not remember fully. ठीक है. Now that was in lighter vein. So therefore, yesterday we saw Rajagruha Bhojanadishu Tathaiva Dushtvatvat. Examples were given. पहले क्या क्या था? Knowledge alone is important to know, is it not? Jnanam is sadhanam for bhakti. Then mutual dependence, somebody says, Anyonya ashrayatvam. Bhakti is depending on jnana, jnana depends on bhakti. Then swayam eva, swayam phalarupata, it was told. Afterwards, that these three are, Gurudev says, to show that these three factors are not competent in themselves to inspire sufficient love for the Lord, the sutra now under investigation brings out two examples, palace and dinner. Two examples are brought out. What is that? He said, if you know the king is of no use. Right? Everybody feels Narendra Modi ji, Prime Minister, is very known to me. Very well known to me. You smile when he appears, you smile and as though you, because you know him, but he doesn't know you, so he doesn't smile. पता नहीं कहीं कहाँ से लोग आते हैं मिलने. So I know the king is of no use. King should know me. Then only I get all the comforts of palace living. One thing. Rajagruha Bhojanadishu. Food is served on table is of no use. Good taste, good color, good smell, good touch. Everything is fine unless I eat it. Therefore, Narada says in 32nd Sutra, Natena Raja Paritoshaha Kshuda Shantirva न तेन राजपरितोषः क्षुधा शांतिर्वा. That means you knowing the king, you will not get rajaparitoshaha. You will not receive any favor of the king. Unless king, that's why bhakti, through our bhakti and devotion, we should make Lord melt in our devotion. Ramcharitmanas में आता है, what is that bhakti? Which makes the Lord melt in our devotion. That by which Lord melts quickly is devotion. Yaya Rutam Dravati, beautiful sutra. Yaya Rutam Dravati. That is devotion through which Lord melts. Then only we can get blessings. I know a great Mahatma, but Mahatma doesn't know me. No use. Similarly, food is available. Kshuda Shanti, hunger is not satisfied unless we eat food. So therefore, so beautiful examples here that I know a guru or God or I am devotee by claiming is of no use. Then how to invoke His love for me? How to invoke Lord's, and through service only you can become close to teacher, you can become close to God. Think. Gurudev was there. Who all could become close to Gurudev? Those who were available for service. They all slow, not mere devotees. There's various, some people occasionally they go, and once that Amma died, she only showed me a letter received by her from Gurudev. She died long back, she died. When she was newly married, or I don't know, for 20 years, she did not contact Gurudev. At that time, one or two exchanges, she must have gone for Bhiksha or maybe one letter, or then at that time, in those days, for 1 week or so, Gurudev would knew her name and remembered her name because of what little work and all that. But 20 years, she was not in touch. No letter, no prayer, no participation, nothing. Out of blue, she wrote a letter. It's a language of familiarity. That I know Gurudev. Gurudev also knew me, 20 years back. So at the time he knew by name. She wrote letter. You know what Gurudev replied? How do you think that I remember you after 20 years? Think. Therefore, yesterday we said, what is Sutra then? So beautifully Gurudev says here, Sri Narada wants to emphatically assert that there is no single source from which devotion springs forth of its own accord without the devotee's honest, sincere and full participation and intelligent involvement. In what? In devotion, in service, in availability. If you are really sincere and continuously serve, and we get so many Mahatmas darshan, on their own they appear to us. Because the sutra is what? When disciple is ready, Guru appears. You cannot go and tell teacher, you are blessed to have me. That is stupidity. But some people think that way. No. We are blessed to have a teacher. We are blessed to have a guru. So, na tena raja paritoshaha kshuda shantirva. By merely knowing the king, you will not get any favor from the king. By merely seeing the food, your hunger is not appeased, satiated, satisfied you are not. So therefore, yesterday one mantra, what is that? Even a Chinmaya Mission you take, so many types of degrees of people are there. Some who sit on last bench during talk and disappear on Guru Dakshina day, because they don't want to offer that day also. One category of people are there. Let them come, doesn't matter. But that is their evolution. Okay. Some people come regularly, at least to smile at the teacher on the last day after offering Dakshina. Say Hari Om and disappear. Second, better than first category. Third category is, at least sometime they come. During the Yajna days, kursi हटाना है, कुर्सी लगवाना है, स्विच ऑफ करना है, पंखा स्विच ऑन करना है, उठ के करते हैं कम से कम. दरवाज़ा खोलना, दरवाज़ा बंद करना इत्यादि. कभी कभी कुछ काम कर लेते हैं. That is better category. Still category is that actively participating in programs. The two from a distance. They are not involved in planning, they are not involved in the core team, but they are available as volunteer. जो काम है तो बता दो, I am ready. That is better. Still greater is what? Those who are involved and join the team of work. Then they act. In that, after joining the team, they become first good executives. They participate, they listen to the talks, group discussion, they take up some work, they stick to it, honestly they complete on time, that is another category. Then you evolve further to, you are promoted to another degree of planning the work, involving in the discussion and decision making of the divine work. What work we should do, how to do it, that. See how many categories are there. And then they still further is so close to Puja Gurudev's work, any great master you take. They become so close, they involve, they serve, they remember Gurudev in their heart, they worship him, they love him, they dedicate their activities through him, because the physical body of Puja Gurudev is Chinmaya Mission. Sthula Sharira of Virat Rupa is Chinmaya Mission of Puja Gurudev. So then they work, they start. Now, so many stages are there. Only when you start loving, serving without any questions, without any demands, without any gaining sympathy, certificate, recognition, then what happens? In evolution I'm talking, not in Chinmaya Mission. Chinmaya Mission example I gave you. Wherever you are, when you are growing to that level, mysterious things happen in life, such as Guru appears in front of you. He picks you up from nowhere. He trains you. He empowers you. He loves you. He warns you. And he creates such a lovely atmosphere to exhaust your vasanas quickly, so that Guru wants you to liberate from all this nonsense. He creates a world around you which exactly suits for the exhaustion of your vasanas. He may inflict some pain on you, temporary pain, so that you can quickly evolve and exit out of this samsara. No, I don't know how many stages I told, I did not count. But through all these stages, service is to be there. Then afterwards, Bhagavan Krishna said, you become my nimitta. Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Hey Arjuna, surrender to me. Become my nimitta, my instrument. Afterwards, I play the flute. You empty yourself completely, then I will use you. That is the highest. That's why it is said, you must have heard, the flute has nothing, it's empty. That's why Bhagavan Krishna keeps it with himself all the time. And when we are involved in too much of worldly activities and worldly thinking, Guru says you have a lot of vasanas for eating, for watching, for involving in various activities. You exhaust your worldly vasanas. Next life, better luck. Doesn't matter, you continue. The process is availability to divine service. Whether you are any religion, under any master, but evolution will take place only when you are available for the call divine. Please underline this, very seriously I am talking. Not by mere non-participation, non-involvement. So moksha or liberation is not an exclusive fruit which you eat sitting in a corner of the cave and enjoy the bliss and come out with a posing that you are realized. That is not the truth. No realized master does that. The realized masters are available for service. So therefore, what does the Gurudev says here? There is no single source from which the devotion springs forth of its own accord without the devotee's honest, sincere, full participation and intelligent involvement in devotion. Devotion to Guru means what? Devotion to Gurudev's work. What is the strength? His vision, our mission. As I told you yesterday, I think, Gurudev wrote a letter to me. Somewhere I told in Greater Noida, maybe I told. One of the letters, Gurudev wrote a letter to me. The content is this. You have You have been blessed by His grace. Work without rest, without ego, in surrender to Him. You will find your work fully rewarding. That letter is with me. The sentence itself is like that beginning. You have been blessed by His grace. Work without rest, without ego, in surrender to Him. You will find your work fully rewarding. You just be available, work comes. Work is plenty. That's why I surprise. So many people ask, कुछ काम बताइए करेंगे. One Swami Ranganathananji was Ramakrishna Mission head. He is no more. He would always give an example. I heard from him twice or thrice when we used to attend his talks in Hyderabad. He was very fond of Puja Gurudev. So he would say that one parent took his son to ashram, to Swamiji. Swamiji, I want him to join Ramakrishna Mission. Swami said, welcome. And the father said, because he is fit for nothing, Swamiji, at home, not studying well, he doesn't do any work, I thought at least he'll be useful in the ashram. Swamiji said, such a useless fellow, what will you do in the ashram? Think. That means what? Unpaid people, unemployable people, lazy people will join organizations. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, they change their dress into saffron. Baba bano, बैठ जाओ और खाओ पियो. लोगों को आशीर्वाद पता नहीं क्या देगा, आशीर्वाद कहते हैं. हाथ उठाओ, बेवकूफ़ बनाओ, जियो और मरो. That is the life. On another occasion, Swamiji would say, Swamiji, this I brought him for seva. He will do service. Then Swamiji asked him, what kind of service you can do to ashram? Then Swamiji asked, will you work in the kitchen? Dishwashing? No, I don't like that work. Do you know cooking? No. Do you know mopping the floor? I don't know. Sweeping the floor? I don't know. Can you sit at the chappal store when devotees chappals, the footwear section? Can you do that seva? I don't like that seva. Then what do you want to do? I want to do bossism over others. Very great. Swami Ranganathananji he joined at the age of 14 in Ramakrishna Mission as a dishwasher. Dishwasher. 14 years. Washing utensils and dishes in the ashram. He was never qualified, even in 10th class he did not pass formally. But he used to address scientific conferences all over the world. From dishwashing to cook he became later on, promoted to cook. And such people stood as an example in society, great masters all over the world. This reminds me of one incident with somebody, great devotee of, he also no more. He told me an incident which happened in Ranganathananji's life. I don't know why he is remembered today. Because 93, Ranganathananji, Gurudev was not well in Hyderabad Yajna. So he was staying at a stone's throw distance from Ramakrishna Mission in Hyderabad. Hardly about, not even 1 kilometer. One road only, straight road was nearby. In one house he was staying, Gurudev. Ranganathanji sent a word through Gurudev to Gurudev, I want to meet you. Ranganathanji is much elder to Gurudev in age. Both are from Kerala. Gurudev said, no, I will come and meet you. So one day yajna, before yajna, 5 o'clock, he left early. 45 minutes closed door meeting between Gurudev and Ranganathananji in 93. What they talked, we don't know. They came out, such a fond of each other. They love each other. Great saints and sages are all one. So the Ranganathananji incident remembered. When he went to Australia, communication to Indian embassy in Australia, Ramakrishna Mission in Australia, they got little, I don't know how what was communicated, but they thought that he would arrive next day. The same flight number, everything, but date is next day. He had landed one day before. Communication. He did not have even a single pie in his pocket. No penny. No Paytm, no mobile phone, in those days, no smartphone, no card, nothing he had. No penny. He just got down. Nobody was there to receive him in the airport. Not only they would go inside and then receive such a great Mahatma, nobody would care. So then he asked somebody, it seems, can you give me $1? I will make a phone call. Some my people will come and I will return the $1. He did not give. Because you are looking like a untidy Indian monk. Untidy means just like a saffron, simple dhoti and a kurta and a small angavastra around it, looking like a small man type. Then he asked somebody was another youngster, arrogantly, he tossed up $1 and picked up, he said, it fell on the ground in the airport. He told Swamiji, pick it up. Arrogance, you see, pick it up. I am giving you throwing $1, pick it up. Swamiji quietly went, picked it up. He called the phone. Within half an hour, lights and police and security and embassy people and Ramakrishna Mission monks and Indian embassy people, Australian people, all officials in the airport gathered. Then Swamiji quietly asked $1, I owe him. He was shaken. Such people lived in service. Constantly service without any carrying anything, no arrogance of nothing. Then only God will know, Guru will come to us. How much learned you have, how many scriptures we have studied, how much money we have, how much money we are giving in donation and charity, how many dinner parties we are hosting, these are all not seen. How much work we do, service we do to the world, taking care of people around us. Some people are, very nice to the outer world, very cruel to their own servants in the house. Bhagavan is observing. There is no humility, there is no murdutva. So always something ego is so strong in me that I am somebody, I am somehow everybody. So I always commanding voice I speak, demanding voice I speak. I never give dignity of labor to anybody. So there is no service attitude. Seva bhav, unquestionable service alone opens the gate of divine grace. This is important. Therefore, without involvement, without devotion, without invoking His grace, without service, without selflessness, nothing is going to transform us. Therefore, natena raja paritoshaha kshudashantirva. You will not get any paritosha from Raja, favor from the king. Here, favor from the Bhagavan. We don't get anything. Therefore, remain humble, remain grounded always. The fact is, ekam brahma vastu. There is no difference. Differences are superficial. Love everyone. Concern, service, availability. Again, don't compare. I am serving more than you. कुछ भी नहीं है. जो काम आपको दिया गया है, whatever work is given. I don't know. There are so many things to speak in these things, but enough. So therefore, tasmat saiva grahyaha mumukshubhihi. Tasmat saiva grahyaha mumukshubhihi. Because therefore, tasmat saeva grahyaha, the seekers of the saeva, bhakti alone has to be grasped. Bhakti alone to be sought. Because wherever there is love, service is spontaneous. Think. When I love someone, I serve. Gurudev says in one of his talks, service above self. We have showed here during Jyoti Yatra. It's a beautiful talk, 15 minutes given to Rotary Club. The love he speaks about it. And the wife says, I believe, honey, bring my chappal, and I bring the chappal to my wife. Why? At the altar of love, there is no ego. Think. There is no ego, only there is service. So therefore, tasmat saeva, supreme love, bhakti alone has to be sought. Bhakti ka hi ashray lena hai. Devotion, devotion, devotion. Heart melts for Guru, for a Bhagavan, for Ishtadevata. Thy will alone be done, yes. Not mine, not mine. Thy will be done, thy will be done. Therefore, Tasmat Narada says that alone has to be sought. What is that to be sought? Bhakti to be sought, love to be sought. Give me love towards Lord. And Lord is in everybody. Where there is love, service is spontaneous. Since Lord is in everyone, I start loving everyone, serving everyone. This constant awareness that in every Nama and Rupa, the center of it is Paramatma alone. So when this sadhana is done, Vyavahara becomes simple. There is no complications. So Puja Gurudev says so beautiful. I want to read this paragraph. A true devotee must have the courage of a Prahlada, the conviction of a Dhruva, the heroism of a Sudhama, the depth of a Sabari, the perseverance of the Gopis, the ardor of Radha, and the faith of Kunti. Beautiful Gurudev says, this is to be underlined. Such spiritual seekers must cultivate more and more their devotion for the Lord, for devotion is nobler than all other paths, because it melts quickly, your heart becomes simple. You become very simple in Vyavahar. Very, very normal behavior, not abnormal behavior. And you can see this abnormal behavior, glamorous expressions in the world outside. You can see immediately, it's an artificial personality. Boosting. I don't know how to express this, but you can see all over the world. Simple people, great masters are always so simple, down to the earth, unassumingly simple. They kill you with their simplicity. They kill your ego with their simplicity. and their love and their concern. Once a great Mahatma is no more. Once I met him, he was so many surrounded by devotees. My version, if he sees me, that is enough. I may not have time to talk to him. So in the line, I also went and touched his feet. He looked at, hey, important guest on a wrong time. Baith jao idhar, he said. So I smiled and sat at his feet. That love of a Mahatma, if you got it, you are blessed. You are blessed. And love of Mahatma we will not get by our arrogance of money power, arrogance of influential power. I have so much of influence. You can win his heart only loving service. No other marga is there. If we have to grow, we have to be humble, available for service and seva bhav. No other vasta is available. Serve people around you. Even if you listen patiently to somebody's pain, is a service. Somebody want to share their pain, ठीक है उकसा में कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा, कितना पैसा चाहिए बताओ, ले लो 100 रुपया दवा ले लो, बस दाकर दिखा दो, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. We behave like that. Somewhere the pure soul, poor fellow wanted to and listen, no? If you listen attentively, you can relieve that person from pain. Relieve the people from pain. It's great service. सर्विस करने के लिए मैं हरिद्वार जाता हूँ, ऋषिकेश जाता हूँ, इधर चला जाता हूँ, उधर आश्रम में जाता हूँ, कहीं नहीं जाना जो जरूरी नहीं. आपके सामने चारों और भी बहुत इतना काम है, इतने लोग हैं, उनकी सेवा करें. Therefore, this is a beautiful sutras of Naradaji's sutras. Now, tasyaha sadhanani gayantyacharyaha tasyaha sadhanani gayantyacharyaha tasyaha of that bhakti, tasyaha of the supreme devotion, of that bhakti, acharyaha sadhanani acharyaha gayanti, of that bhakti, bhakti sadhanani acharyaha gayanti. Teachers, bhakti acharyas sing what? The means of such a devotion. The great acharyas of bhakti acharyas, they sing. So that means what? Great teachers sing the glories of bhakti, sing the glories of Bhagavan. And what do you and I do? We do sing our glories to the world. Our glories we sing. मैंने वहाँ का सर्विस किया, मेरा 25 साल सर्विस रहा, यहाँ पे बाद में वर्क कर दिया, मैंने एक कंस्ट्रक्ट घर बना लिया, मैंने शादी करा दी सब बच्चों का, और एंड आई हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ मनी, देन आई थिंक आई एम हैप्पी, आई गो मॉर्निंग वॉक एवरी डे, माई कोलेस्ट्रॉल इज अंडर कंट्रोल, माई बीपी इज अंडर कंट्रोल, माई शुगर इज अंडर कंट्रोल, माई पीपल आर, आई थिंक आई एम रियली हेल्पिंग एवरीबडी, एंड आई एम रियली आई एम फिट एनफ देयर, ऑलवेज आई ट्यून. iTunes. Never ever Puja Gurudev sang his glory about himself. He never said I. In the sense, lecture, I mean, you must listen, you must talk. Physically, we have seen Gurudevs talking and for them, no ego, nothing. And they sing the glories of the Lord. Without ego. In the last stages of Puja Gurudev, last yajna of Puja Gurudev Gita Jnana Yajna in Hyderabad, he was not well. Yet he would come in the evening lecture, roar like a lion on the platform, and cardiac activity is so low, only 18% of heart is pumping. And that hospital fellow has tagged on to him some machine, continuous monitoring his cardiac activity. Machine was tagged, and machine with a belt and with all wires and all inside. And over that he would wear shirt and come with a stick, and therefore, like this high pitch, and 10,000, 20,000 listening. We used to see, because when he would, while at least sitting in the car, he wanted to adjust his dhoti, when for which shirt he will go up, then we can see that wire gear and all that we knew. So somebody or one person asked, Gurudev's devotee only, he asked, why do you do? Why can't you take rest? There was a stage mein Gurudev photo, Guru Taponji photo was. Ask him, he said. Ask him. That is his work. He is doing. I will sing the glory of Gita till the last chords of my personality are broken, Gurudev said. What a service they extended. Without I. There is no I involved there. So they sing, the great masters, Bhakti Acharyas sing the glories of Bhakti, glories of Bhagavan. We sing the glories of ourselves. Observe, let us observe. Let us, all of us observe. What is it observe? In a congregation, become aware, a very fully aware, conscious presence you become, and observe how your mind prompts you to talk about yourself more to the congregation. I comes into picture. I am retired this one, I am retired that, I have done this, I am doing that. I have to bring my knowledge, I have to bring my experience, I have to bring I am also somebody, I have to convey to the group. I am not nobody, I am somebody. We sing our glories, they sing his glories. So, in Bhakti Prasanga, in Upadesha, Jnana, in discourse of knowledge, Jnanopadesha takes place, Tattvamasi. But in Bhakti, singing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sings the glories of the Lord, sang the glories of the Lord. Bhakti Acharyas, they only sing the glories of the Lord, Vibhuti of the Lord. Great Ramayana Kathakars are there. They sing the Lord Ram. हनुमान जी आके बैठते हैं. I heard in Murari Bapu's case also. हनुमान जी जाके बैठ जाते हैं. वहीं आसन बिछाते हैं हनुमान जी के लिए. Somebody asked, हनुमान जी सच में आके बैठता क्या? And somebody tried to pull that empty asan. It did not move. I heard that when he was working as a teacher, एक दिन राम कथा में नहीं जाना लेट हुआ initial में, then he thought I आज कथा initial से very initial कथा नहीं हो पाया, वाइफ इज देयर, चिल्ड्रन हैज टू वर्क ऑल्सो, आज कथा पता नहीं, आज मैं जा नहीं सका, लोग बैठे होंगे, समथिंग हैपेंड, आई हर्ड अबाउट दैट इंसिडेंट, आई डोंट नो ट्रू और नॉट, नेवर स्टडीड बट आई हर्ड. सो क्या हुआ एक दिन, वी कुड नॉट गो, सो ही वॉज वेरी वेरी सैड, पीपल आए होंगे चले गए होंगे बैठ कर, एंड ही वॉज गोइंग होम इन द लेट एंड ही सॉ क्राउड कमिंग फ्रॉम सत्संग. ही आस्क्ड कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, मुरारी बाबू का सत्संग हुआ वहाँ सुन के आ रहे हैं. Then this man thought, वे मेरे बिना ही सत्संग मेरे रूप में कोई कर रहे हैं, why should I worry about my family? Let me sing Lord's name, he will take care of my family also. उसी दिन इस्तीफा दे दिया जॉब. I will sing the glories of the Lord. What a devotee! One devotee is there. One is the father of one Swami of Chinmaya Mission. He recently attained, 83 years I think he lived. Recently he died. Great devotee for Parivar. In 1963 I think, Gurudev's Yajna in Hyderabad, 62 or 63. He was secretary of Chinmaya Mission. So Gurudev came, he said, Swamiji, I could not get leave. Resign, he said. Gurudev, resign. He went and resigned. Usi din. He never thought, how will I feed my wife and children? He came back, resigned kar diya. Gurudev only told him then would start a school. What is courage? Gurudev said resign. That is bhakti. And Swami Sharada Amma, Sharada Prayananda Amma, somebody donated useless Banjar Bhumi. Why they donated 27 acres of land to that Amma ashram, Amma was because there was no water. It is uncultivable. Barren land, Kadapa district. Full heat, always high temperature. She took it, invited Gurudev. There was no water also. गांव से कहीं से इधर से लेना पड़ता था पानी. And after Bhiksha, Gurudev came out, ashram, thatched huts and all. He Gurudev, after put it in water in the mouth, he just spat the water, put it out, a fountain of water in one place in the ground. Amma said, mark the round, he said to one sister. You mark that round where the pani flow fell from his mouth. And she said, dig here, water will come, Ganga will come. And Ganga is there now. Whole ashram is now a vanam, plenty big trees, and you don't feel like you are in a barren land. So it's a big story. How she converted that barren land into a tapovanam. It's full of cultivation. वहाँ पे टमाटर करता है, बड़े बड़े पेड़ है, छाया ही छाया है आश्रम पूरा. Huge ashram. And the water supply to nearby villages also. So these teachers and the great devotees have demonstrated the power of Lord. Therefore, here, sadhanani gayanti acharyaha. Now, they will sing sadhanas. Narada says, great acharyas sing the means of attaining that supreme devotion. What are the means? Now they will tell now, one by one. He is going to tell. But then what the acharyas do is, they sing the glories of the Lord. Beautiful. How they are singing? So, they say, Tatto Vishayatyagat Sangatyagatcha Tatto Vishayatyagat Sangatyagatcha. Tattu means in that bhakti, tat the source of devotion, the bhakti. Tat bhakti, tu indeed. How is it possible attained? Vishayatyagat Sangatyagat. That bhakti is attained through Vishayatyaga and Sangatyaga. Now see, in Vedanta and Sankhya and Yoga. They are called Drashtu Darshana, meaning Drashta Darshana. They speak about Drashta, the perceiver, the seer. The focus is only on the self. In Vedanta Shastra, Sankhya Darshan, Yoga Darshan, because Tada Drashtuhu Swarupe Avasthanam Yoga Shastra. Vedanta also says ultimately you know yourself. There, वहाँ पे क्या है? In all these things, they show ourself. In Bhakti Darshana, it is called Drushya Darshana. Drushya. So what is that Drushya Darshana? Meaning, Bhagavan is Drushya, Rupa is Drushya, Nama is Drushya. Drushya means object. And what is now? Drushya is of two types. What is that? For Bhakti, for Bhakta, Bhagavan is Drushya, Rupa, Nama, Archana, or entire. In Vedic period, Lord was Surya Narayana. You can see every day. I am seeing the Lord. What else I need? Every day I am seeing Surya Narayana. Such a Tejo Rupa. Prachaksha is. Aho Paramakарunikaha. Bhashya, Rudra Bhashya says. Such a great God with all his luminosity. He is giving everyday darshan, morning and evening, morning till evening. Therefore, it is Prachaksha Narayana. So, Drushya. Bhakta ke liye, everything is Drushya. Lord is Drushya. Acha. So, what is Drushya? One is Bhagavan. What is other Drushya? Other Drushya is other than Bhagavan. So, other than my Bhagavan in my temple, other than my Ishta Devata, other than my Murti in which I love the form, other my Balakrishna, Gopala Krishna, Govardhana Krishna, or Radha Krishna. In Krishna also so many Krishnas available. The varieties of Upasakas are there. I am Balakrishna Upasaka, somebody says. I am Gita Upasaka, Gita Bhagwan Krishna Upasaka. रथ पर बैठा हुआ भगवान कृष्ण जी का आराधना मैं करता हूँ. So many Krishnas are there. So other than that Rupa, other than Bhagavan, my Lord, other than Krishna, everything else is Vishaya for me. So Vishaya Tyaga means what for a Bhakta? Other than Drushya Rupi, Upasana, Devata, everything else is Tyajya. Everything else is to be renounced. Everything else is Vishaya. So Gurudev used to say, fanaticism is required without its odor. Smell of fanaticism is there, no? The smell of fanaticism is hatred towards other things. Without hatred, dislike, discomfort towards other things, I must be fanatically devoted to my Guru, my Ishta Devata. Think. So, Vishaya Tyagat in Bhakti is everything else is worthless other than my Aradhya Deva. I am fanatic about my Lord, no doubt about it. But there is no order. As Gurudev says, what did I say? Fanaticism is required without its odor. Odor means O-D-O-U-R, smell. Very beautiful sutra. And Vishayatyaga. So what is Vishayatyaga? Renouncing of objects, sense objects. Everything else is an object, worthless to be renounced by a devotee. For a devotee. Smell.
Without the smell.
Smell, I told, no. Dislike, discomfort, hatred towards other things. This is called odor of that fanaticism. O-D-O-U-R, odor. So therefore, tattva vishayatyagat, sangatyagatcha. Sangha also is of two types. Sangha is attachment. What is bhakta? Sangatya. Sangatya means association of bhakta. All those people who are worldly, attachment to all those people, association with all those people who are worldly is one type of sangha. Sangha means attachment. One type of attachment is I am attached to all those people who are non-devotees, non-seekers of truth. I talk about the world. With the group I am attached. I talk about politics, which is I don't know anything what is happening except my opinions I throw on everything for waste of time. Okay, your opinion is valued, your opinion is aired and accepted, revered, nothing doing. Even you post 10 posts on Twitter, nobody reads you. Because your followers is only one. That too your scolding wife. Twitter follower one. The only one wife will read and scold you. पागल है क्या? कोई follower ही नहीं है, क्यों post करते हो? Nobody reads. Meaning our opinions are not valued. Why value opinion you give? So all those associations with non-devotees or those who are worldly, they are to be given up. Think. Suppose you got I'm just giving you example. You got a job in a temple. That too in a place where they are waiting for darshan. And that too very difficult temple and you have to reach there well in time. It takes lot of time for darshan. Suppose you are a devotee and you got a job there and they are constantly the devotees who come there, they only shout in the name of the Lord only. So you don't have any other association possible in life other than that association. सुबह से शाम तक भगवान का नाम जबरदस्त सुनना पड़ेगा आपको. सुनते सुनते उनके भक्ति देखते 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 before retirement you also got bhakti. Amazing devotion people have. यहाँ का पानी लेके वहाँ तक चले जाते हैं, यहाँ से पानी वहाँ से बद्रीनाथ से पानी ले गंगा पैदल चलते रहते हैं. कावड़ी हम सोचते ए कावड़ियाँ कहाँ से लोग आगे बहुत ट्रैफिक जाम हो जाता है पता नहीं पागलपन है उनके लिए रास्ता बनाना. दे आर आई सॉ वन वीडियो क्लिपिंग. He made a balance. In one balance mother, in one balance father, and on the कंधे पे लेकर के लेके जा रहे हैं मम्मी पापा के दर्शन कराएंगे भगवान के. वीडियो व्हाट्सएप में आया वीडियो. वैष्णव यस. पिताजी माताजी के पिताजी का सेवा देखिए बैठा ये लेके जा रहे हैं दोनों को. You think that it's all nonsense? What an amount of love and devotion is required to do that. So they have renounced all other associations which are worldly. And they go deliberately listen and have association with those people who talk about Bhagwan, who talk about Bhakti, who talk about Bhagwan Leelas. इसलिए कथा सुनाइए, कथा सुना। सत्संग आप देखिए, आप वनपर्व देखिए, विच एवर महर्षि कम्स टू मीट पांडवास, युधिष्ठिर वुड आस्क ए क्वेश्चन, व्हाट अबाउट धर्म, व्हाट अबाउट दिस, प्लीज बताइए। सूत जी, आप तो इतने कहानियां जानते हैं, आप बताइए। Why? But Parikshit says, I don't want any other thing other than Krishna Karanamrutam. So that my heart will melt in devotion to Lord. So there are two qualities of devotee. Vishayatyaga. What is Vishayatyaga? Other than Paramatma, my Ishta Devata, everything is Vishaya for me. And other than Sangha, other than Bhagavat Chintan, other than Satsang, all others are worldly associations are to be given up. So Bhagavad Bhakton का ही सत्संग उनका कंपनी मांगते रहते हैं. Think. Sometimes, we feel we are blessed. Suppose, because I am in an awkward colored dress, wherever I go, people ask me spiritual questions. Even your mood is not there, I want to talk about politics. Nobody will talk. They will say, Swami ji, politics में जो कुछ भी हो रहा है ना, values घटते जा रहा है, इसका कारण क्या है? घूम फिर के स्पिरिचुअलिटी, सत्संग माने आई एम ब्लेस्ड, सो आई कैन नॉट टॉक एनीथिंग अदर देन दैट. तो और बड़ी कृपा हो गई ईश्वर की. थिंक. Suppose those who are always dedicated to ashramas or work of divine, they also will not have any other talk, any other sound. Nobody else meet them other than those groups. Suppose our monthly में विवेक चुड़ामणि क्लास में 4-5 दिन, 6 दिन, 7 दिन, and कभी ये क्लास वो क्लास, rest of the 20 days I have my own club association, सांसारिक association, then that is different issue. So this भगवत भक्तों का ही सत्संग की अपेक्षा में अपने आप को रखता है. कौन? भक्त. तो संग त्यागात. So in this sangha, in this alone sangha, other than devotees of the Lord, nothing is important, everything is worthy of renunciation. It's a beautiful sutra. Avyavrita bhajanat, Avyavrita bhajanat. Next sutra is by uninterrupted bhajana. Through the uninterrupted bhajana, one can reach the Lord, service of the Lord. That we will take up tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. हरि ओम. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय.